work. Not only I didn't work that. She didn't realize that I was a patron there. And I also looked the part. I had the backpack on. I have the mismatched clothing from the thrift stores, and I wear chainmail. That time it wasn't, but anything that I wear under that chainmail is marred. Uh, Marred, unless it's Mared because it's one of those fucking exceptions to prove rules and shit. Like, yeah, I'm an exception. Okay, see, if that's the case, then your capitalist society is working very well because I simply am the exception that proves it works. It doesn't work for me, but that's okay. I'm only one person who's a piece of shit. It doesn't fucking matter, right? It's yeah. I've a polka dot, polka pack of her. What's the other ones? Some of them are just kind of funny comments. Don't fight a Ford. You will you'll only make things worse for everything involved. It's don't uh, don't try to get somebody in trouble because they leave their bedroom door open, so that way the dog will eat their sick cats because they'll simply put their dog down. So then, yeah, you get the dog destroyed instead of the person. Fucking, that was a mistake. I mean, the person's probably good. I'm just saying they're not that good if they're willing to destroy a dog to. But the problem is, though, it worked. Like they were able to destroy the dog to say that no, it's still an okay environment for the kid to live in. But it's that mentality is what's not okay. Like the dog didn't do anything wrong. The dog is chill all day, every day, and throughout the house. Although she said like the dog's 96 pounds, they said it needs to be 95 pounds, so we're gonna hold off on food or a little bit of food each day. Like no, we're not. We got an 8-month-old baby. You're gonna feed that fucking pit bull. I mean, it's not so much that the pit bull would eat the baby. It's just that why fucking risk it? Why do you want to cranky your dog? You're already cranky enough, and it's making me cranky that you're so cranky. Stop fucking with the dog. Leave the like feed. Sorry, people who control their dogs' foods. Uh, that's because they're lazy pet owners. Like it's you don't need to do that. You leave the food there. Yeah, sure. You give the cup. It regulates the schedule for you. You shouldn't have the fucking dog asshole. Let the dog eat when it wants to. I mean, if the dog gets bigger, it's because you're not spending enough time with your animal. That's to help you be a better person. It's not to help you be a better pet owner to give you like to give them. That's you being an asshole. Like you are not. It's better to you just get rid of your dog because you only have the dog for self protection at that point. You don't have the dog for like for any sort of reason other than that's my animal. It's going to protect me. So because if you tell that animal to attack me and I'm not trying to hurt you and I'm trying to actually tell you, hey, you should do your dog better. And say, well, I've got so much control over my animal. Look at this attack. Okay, the dog's not going to attack me, especially if I like I actually want to put it to the test. Like if some asshole who's been teaching their dog, commands, hey, attack that guy. For the most part, I don't think the dog's going to attack somebody who doesn't deserve it. Especially in that regard, I definitely deserve to be attacked occasionally, or whenever I'm fucking up. Like, so I go into a situation where I think the guy can only make a left or right turn. I see that he doesn't use his turn signal. It turns out he could go straight. I didn't actually pay attention to see if he did go straight. Uh, I haven't seen him. I do try to look just to say hey sorry. I don't want to try to approach him or anything to say hey that was me that one time as an asshole for your turn signal. I didn't realize you could actually go straight at that intersection. Problem is I have lived in that. I've been going to that Walmart for fucking a year and a half, so I forgot, and it's a issue because it's only gonna get worse. Is the symptoms of misspent youth multiply through aging. Um, I continue to try to get the alleged father to sell electric vehicles and to at least give people the option. Hey, do you wanna put an HHO injector into your engines and stuff like that? And Americans have the freedom to spend as much as they can for fuel. And I lost a lot of points with them that day. That was a few years ago. And I've not been able to do better because I can't be a capitalist with that attitude. It's like you only exist to make more profit. Well, you can choose to give back, okay, but that's you're giving back because you feel bad about all the stuff you've taken to begin with. I can't. I don't know how much my time is worth. I don't know how much I should charge for. Like, for one thing, I don't do things that it's artwork yet, or at all. I don't. You keep wanting to try to listen to hear the next person sing or something. That's not going to be me. But at the same time, it might have been if you wouldn't have tried to force like we're gonna always be listening. We're gonna always make it so you can always hear other people. That way, that's their. Well, of course we were recording. Like you can always be recorded. You can hear others, so that's that they can hear you. We can always record that. I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with the whole being punished for trying to practice like as a youth and stuff like that. I tried to learn guitar, so they gave me this little small guitar to go and practice with. When I get done with the actual instructions from the tutor that would go and learn from in like a group practice sessions for the guitar at a Buddy Holly diner in Texas, the parents would end up taking that guitar and putting it back in storage for a week, and then a week later I would get it, and they didn't. The instructor was saying he's not progressing, he doesn't have the stuff right. Well, instead of saying okay, maybe we should get him to practice more, instead of myself saying maybe I should practice more, this stuff goes behind closed doors. There was no what should we do about it. There's just by that point these things are cretins. We gotta whip them into shape and fuck you. You could have talked to me. You could have talked to me better, and now you refuse to. Now it's well, that stuff's in the past. We don't even discuss it. Yes, we do discuss it. That's the whole that's the problem. Because yeah, and then you give this whole. Give me a moment. Oh wow, yeah, I type a lot. I was gonna look up a name dropped a district attorney in there. Uh, but then she also said that she overheard that my dad was cheating on my wife or my. Ooh, palm tree family tree right there. Fucking. So yeah, one time my mom did look like Courtney Cox. Currently, she looks like my grandma. It's okay. I'm trying to tell her that all those signs of aging are because you're such a piece of shit to your kids. Uh, Maybe not both of them or the other ones. I don't know. I kind of look like her brother, and I called her on it, and she just doesn't fucking address that whatsoever. Well, just give me a maternity test, all that good stuff. Just why not? Like, what's it gonna hurt you? Well, it gives you, it enables you. What enables me to what? Find out information? Well, yeah, at our expense. It's your blood. You're gonna have to get. It's not even that. It's your cheek swab. I don't think. Yeah. And my assumption is that my alleged father has committed some crimes that he has his DNA on, and he's trying to that not to get a hold of is what I'm assuming. And then so this whole okay, sorry, let me find it. This capitalized because my there we go. Yeah, you're getting way out of line. No one ever stole money from Brandon. So the thing was, the alleged father would always steal money from his alleged brother, which they look so close. And I'm fairly certain they might. It's not. I'm saying alleged brother because one of them might be a brother, one of them might be the other one's dad, or the other one. I don't fucking know. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to say there's a lot of inbreeding in the human society, like in the human just gene. Like it's and there's a lot of reasons why they don't go into my heredity or my genealogy and stuff like that. Just all that. Anyways, this is what happens when you ignore this stuff. Is that I'm gonna get other people to help me address you about it, and since you won't address it, and we'll see what happens. Don't worry, nobody really views these things or has been. But that's the gamble. You want to keep ignoring me and keep just saying, "Hey, we're not going to discuss it." Well, like I said, I'm pretty calm, and so y'all just whole like you're not calm. That's why you're talking to this stuff. No, I'm trying to talk to you when I'm at a calm spot, and sometimes I will get upset talking about it. Sometimes you will get upset about it. Most of the times when you get upset about it, it's because you don't want to talk about it. It's not that it's because I'm wrong. It's because you don't want to talk about it and say like actually your part. Just explain the stuff like why you did what you did. Like with the teeth thing, you say it's because we had to pull them out so that way the baby teeth come in. It'll cause infections if you don't. That's if the tooth is there for years. Like yeah, like I don't remember. From what I recall, it was the kids would try to, hey, your tooth is loose. Well, we're gonna go tell hey, he's got a loose tooth, ha. And then it's the hunt. It's yeah. So I'm trying to like you. Your response was those four people that were holding you down so I could pull your tooth out. They're not gonna say that same story. So like it's not like like okay, mom, I need help from my own mom. Okay, what the fuck do I do? It's like we're just yeah, you're wrong. This is no, you chased me down because my teeth were loose, like weren't loose enough for them to be pulled out right then, but they were like there was a little bit of a pain, like sensitivity to something they did something, and oh, it's just the right yeah, and then so my assumption is that you actually learned some stuff in your dental assistance that yeah you didn't have to be that you didn't have to pull the fucking teeth out that early. Like you could have let them get a little looser on their own. Because when you hear that rip stuff, that's just you getting off on punishment, like you're hurting your kids legally. Like you think it's legal. That shit's not legal, and it's not that you have to be punished for it. I just want you to address that it was an issue for me. It hurts. I I lost like I'm being so who do I talk to? Well, here so then yeah. Yeah, it's just impossible. Like people say, well, I'm trying to take you out of your comfort zone. Why did you think I was in one to begin with? I'm still surviving. I'm still alive. Why would you like? I am not uncomfortable often. Like I am often not uncomfortable, but I am rarely comfortable. Which is it's okay. I don't deserve to be comfortable. I'm a piece of shit. It's not so much that I want to be a piece of shit. It's that you train me to be a piece of shit. Like do as I say, not as I do. No, we're gonna do both. We're gonna try to do what you say because we don't want to get hurt, but we're also gonna do what you do, to an extent. I avoided the issues by actually getting enough hurt done initially, so that way they would say, yeah, this isn't gonna go well. But then they gave the kid to the lady who also raised a kid to be a fuck up like me. So like you already had I said like she already had her chance. Why did she get another one with my kid? And the judge says, well, you can't know the future. It's like what I should have said what are farmers' almanacs used for? Or I should have said those doomed those not learning from the past are doomed to repeat it. Either of those options would have at least been something. Instead I didn't show up to court. I just I also should have taken that time to say I'm the reason that she got it. I'm still scared, like because I don't know why I did the initial stuff that caused me to punch her to get rid of her, to get rid of custody for her, not to get rid of her. I was trying to, but the whole trying to figure out which parents changed my diapers as a kid because one of them killed me. It like actually probably choked the shit out of me until I passed out or died. And I'm trying to figure out which one of those fuckers did. For one thing, I want to thank them for reviving me, okay? But I'm also trying to figure out who do we talk to figure out what caused it, or like, and then I'm holding the phone there actually for the because I'm gonna send this to all you assholes, and I'm calling you assholes because y'all have put off not talking about it. I felt so bad that I'm talking about it within 8 years. It's been 38 years. And so, yeah, because all we have to do is go along until we forget about it. And I didn't want to do that. And so, yeah, I want to get this shit dealt with. I talked to the DA, left a message. Sorry, I left a message with an investigator with the 4th Judicial DA. And I scrolled down through this some. I'm going to see if it actually played the microphone or not. And then I'm going to forward you the link and put this link to you on my... Okay, yeah, well, there's a lot of pity me, don't you pity me. Mostly I am trying to ask for help. Oh yeah, so the started off with this issue. So some people yeah, this phone can't send MMS because I'm the Oukatel, Oukatel, Oukitel.
had my mouth open. It's one word. I'm using the WP17. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, just that's an MMS. I typed so much that it made it into an MMS, so I had to break it apart into two. Boy, do you recall anything about when I asked to bring a razor? I was asked to bring a razor. So people like this guy named Bradley Martin asked me to bring a razor to school, second grade. Okay, the what I remember him telling me was that he's trying to make a suit, like a almost like an Iron Man suit, but this was before Iron Man existed. As far as they may have had comics, I didn't have comics as a kid, which is fine. I wouldn't have been able to afford to keep them in like the alleged dad says. Okay, whatever you get, you got to keep in such pristine condition that you can sell for more money someday. How you're used? He ends up being a used car salesman, but he didn't remember to actually maybe rechange that. It's fine. I don't want to sell shit anyways. I want my shit to work, and I want to keep using it until it gets replaced by, like, until I can exchange it for a more current model. Like that's why we have so much fucking waste. Because you get your car at your high school, like you're starting to pay for your car, you don't keep paying on new cars. That's your car you pay for. Then you trade it in for the current model, and then they'll take yours and either refurbish it, or maybe even you don't trade it in, like within a certain reason you can actually take yours, they'll modify it to make it more efficient, to match current efficiency standards. Because as an American, it's not about you have a freedom to spend as much on fuel, you have a freedom to spend as much fuel, although the only way to waste water is to hoard it. Like you running your water, that doesn't cause drought. What's causing the droughts is bottling the water. And I've been drinking carbonated beverages for 20 years, and I know I'm a hypocrite. I don't know a better way yet. The Soda Stream seems like the better way, except that I can't pay for that stuff with my food stamps, and that's an ingested, because it's not food. Yeah, it is. It's sugar and it's water. Those are two food items, but it's carbonated. Yeah, so it basically, because the quality of life increases, I can't pay for it with my food stamps. Well, we got no. You don't get to make other reasons. You should, if you want people to stop buying so much sugary beverages and by using the Soda Stream, let them buy the Soda Stream with their food stamps. If you want people to work, you've got to make the jobs necessary. So this 40-hour stuff isn't necessary because there's not jobs that actually require that when people are healthy. The reason why your medical workers are so overworked is because those people succeeded. For one thing, y'all succeed. Like I got bullied the fuck, and then of course I saw like at that point I already established my parents ain't helped me for shit. And like they're not gonna come up there and help me talk to these people. I didn't think that, hey, if I just talk to these people, this guy's fucking huge. He frogs me in the ass, and so then I'm thinking, okay, cool, I'm just gonna frog him in the ass, and that's just how they do it here, or something. He just fucking berates me. He's got his finger in my face, and I'm like, okay, but I should have said, but you hit me. Like, but what am I missing? You did the same thing to me. It's like I didn't do it, so like all this next part is assumptions, and I don't know because I didn't hit him as hard or harder. I didn't do any of that. And the alleged father says, "Well, you don't know how hard you hit because one day the brother hits me and then goes to tell on me. I didn't hit him." But the alleged father says, "Well, he doesn't like you don't know how hard you hit." No, I did not. I did not hit him. Like so fucking dumb. The whole family's a bunch of piece of shit liars. I'm supposed to learn something from it. That's the whole problem. I'm supposed to learn something from you people being these role models that just, hey, if you can get away with it, lie like you can fucking lie. Because it's your safety that's concerned. No, you're so bad. Like, ugh. No wonder you give so much to your church because you don't feel like a good person. You think, well, this will work, but it's not, is it? Because you keep giving money, isn't it? Or oh, that's why you keep giving money is because he currently is working for you. All you have to do is disregard everything in your past. Okay? We're gonna see how that works out for you whenever all you can remember is your past. Good luck with that. Wish you would have dealt with it. I hope you deal with it soon. Or hope you work with that. So, asking about y'all can read this shit. I ain't gonna read it to you, but whatever. This isn't even to me or to yeah. And I dropped some names in here too because eventually those people involved might get contacted. Say, hey, we saw you on here. Is this the? Didn't you mention some point? Stuff like that. It's the serendipity stuff's pretty impressive. Anyways, hope you'll have good days. I'm wow, hour and a half, and this is a warm up. I'm not even getting started. I'm trying to. No, I don't know. What I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live. Trying to live. I cannot live until you zone to make adequate space for everybody to live. Well, yeah, we all need space to live. It's not the whole you got to earn your existence. Yeah, okay, you got to earn the right to keep your existence. I can get behind that, but the whole you got to start from as soon as you graduate, you got to earn and pay your bills. Okay, but give me something to pay my bills for. Renting isn't that. Me being in an apartment where I'm hearing other people and then that I can hear them prevents me from being loud. As far as I can't practice the sounds that I want to practice because people they're upsetting. This, the eye angle. I've never noticed it being that drastic before. Yeah, people put up a lot of shit, but by talking to me, so I wear my face mask, and that seems to help a lot because I didn't realize the eyes off were so off, and I've only got that one contact. I knew the one pupil was going to be dilated or constricted more than the other, but yeah, I don't know, fucking. I'm so positive. I'm so positive. So positive it's an STD. That doesn't. I like to tell people about the time that I went on my senior trip and I came back with crabs and how I gave them to my mother and she ended up giving them to my brother, which, it's not quite what happened, but it is kind of what happened. I was like, hey, you want these? Nah, and then give them to him. So, okay, do you want these? Yeah. What about instead? None of us have them. We just take them out at the lake. And yeah, see, so this isn't what happened. This stuff. Well, if you want to be specific, yes, that stuff did happen. Okay, so the cousin or the uncle named Brendan has got Down syndrome, is what they say. Had it. He's dead. Died like last year or something. I don't know. I'm pissed off. I've always been pissed off about how he's treated. He's treated enough like okay, so they know that he can communicate really well, but he just doesn't sound so well. And so instead of giving him typing classes, they don't. Instead of giving him a phone that he could text message people, they don't. Well, he would call us all the time, or he wouldn't be able to. No, he doesn't call you all the time. He calls you at specific times, and occasionally if he gets upset. And because that was a problem for you, he didn't get accurate information or access to a computer. He didn't get like the same with the mama and papa relatives that we have that y'all don't like to call y'all by y'all's legal fucking names because you're hiding. Use your fucking legal name. Your name's Kim fucking King, Kimberly and King. Okay. Because you don't like you force me to call y'all mom and dad, but y'all aren't my mom and dad. Yeah, legally y'all might be, but y'all won't prove that because for whatever fucking reason. And me saying for whatever fucking reason, that's still not being negative. That's me expressing that I do not know your thinking. So maybe you could express your thinking in a way that's not negative as well. Because that's the whole, well, you made life so bad for us. That's fine. That's not being negative. so long as you're expressing it. Like, I'm fairly certain that my allergies caused y'all to not be a farmer or something. Y'all gave up a trailer house. What really probably happened was that somebody wrecked your plumbing and then you couldn't afford to fix it. And that happened to y'all's house, but y'all were able to afford to fix it, which is cool. But and that happened again later on in life, where y'all's house, the plumbing was wrong. And so I was also wondering, because I knew there's that one scent in that room where none of y'all would say y'all could smell it. And I was fairly like, someday I'll find that scent. I'll be able to say, hey, what is that smell? And somebody will say, hey, that's that scent. I'll be like, oh, so and so was doing this and they just didn't want to tell anybody. And then everybody else actually knew it. They just couldn't. But it was weird because that scent, you couldn't always smell it. So then I'm wondering, okay, was it if precognition it works, is that where the issue was with y'all's plumbing? But then y'all are so assholes. Y'all are trying to always pick a fight and make everything wrong, and everything's the worst fucking thing that I could ever do to y'all, even for just talking to y'all. It's I wasn't gonna mention to that shit. And so this is how you get to learn about my thinking, is that, I'm useful for something, but y'all just did not want to figure out what it was for. Yeah. Y'all hit me pretty good. Y'all didn't hit me hard enough to leave bruises, and I made sure that I did that differently, because I hit my kid hard enough to leave a bruise, so that way they would get taken. Y'all deserve to have me taken. I deserve to have been taken and put into the place that wanted me, like they wanted me to exist rather than wanting me to die so y'all can have my fucking insurance. And you say that, no, that's not what, like, he never. Okay, so one of the things was that he did not have you disconnect for insurance. Okay, she's she wasn't even there. Like, so why would you fucking just immediately? So I mean, she may have talked to him like, hey, I'm gonna have, like, so the camper were getting ready to leave, or for whatever. I'm fairly certain, like, this was after we had already gone on vacation, and so this is we're coming back. See, that doesn't make sense, because yeah, and so that's what, because when he remembers the memories, it's not going to make. See, that they're fucking genius, or that's the part of the problem, is because I'm fucked up. I don't make good decisions. Like, I can't keep a job because they keep wanting to increase my responsibilities. Okay, but you got to pay me more money if you're going to increase my responsibilities. I'm told that's not as big of an issue now. Like, as far as they've got to require, like, if they call you outside of work, they got to charge you for it, stuff like that. That wasn't happening. But I was at McDonald's. They're trying to give me homework, but they weren't trying to give me salary. And then I should have said, hey, I'll do this homework, but you got to give me salary. Or but I don't do homework. That's the whole, that shitty ass daycare fucking center they sent me to, called Wellman Union ISD. Whenever I was actually at Union for being punished, that was amazing, because nobody fucked with me. Nobody talked with me. They didn't have to pretend. Like, it's not even that I was pretending. I was trying to fit in and trying to do good and stuff, trying to be social and do my work and all this stuff. And I was mostly getting it done, I thought. But then also, there was no recreation. I wanted to play video games also afterwards. Nope, that's the horrible most. We can't do it at all during the week. Okay, so now I've got a bit of a craving for that. And there's also the whole, I showed affinity with such things. But then I also, like, so I put the Trojan viruses on the school's computers instead of teaching me why it was wrong and how to actually, like, how the programs worked, and maybe ways that we could actually work together to prevent that from happening again. uh when people, like, people who are trying to do malicious things with it. No, there's just like, you did that, we're not gonna ever address it and make sure you don't get taught anything about it. Okay, well, I don't learn about it. I don't know how to fucking motivate myself to learn. I would, if I somehow manage to get out of rent and I actually get a house, I'm gonna get robbed, or when I'm gone, my people are gonna get raped. Those are the only two things that are gonna happen. And they will happen. Oh, sorry, there is a third thing. One or all of us are gonna get fucking cancer. It's uh, but yeah, you need to regulate profits. because I need to be able to look up and see how much it costs to how much it costs for you to buy that cereal that you're selling to me for that much, because it's a mile from Walmart, and that mile is let's see, $3.50, almost $4 for a gallon of milk. It's